iPhone 10's battery backup in 2020. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Aditya and welcome to HD Tech. And guys, in this holiday season, many people are planning to buy the iPhone 10. And iPhone 10 is a very good smartphone in 2020. But there is only one question, and that is regarding the overall battery backup. Because already the iPhone 10 is 3 years old and still it is pretty much capable in terms of all the hardware components. But still, the battery backup is a questionable thing. And guys, see, like in 2020 it is hard to find a brand new iPhone 10 because majority amount of times you will have to buy a used iPhone 10, and with a used smartphone you cannot get the 100% battery health. So typically on an average the battery health of an used iPhone 10 is roughly around 85%, and my personal iPhone 10s, which is having 86% battery health, is still pretty much okay. But with the iPhone 10 you can get around 3.5 hours to 4 hours of total screen on time. Well guys, if you're a heavy gamer, then you might not get a complete all-day battery backup. Well guys, see, like with the iPhone 10, the camera setup might not be that great, but overall for this kind of price range it is pretty much acceptable, and in all of the aspects, from the premium build quality to Apple's A11 chipset, it is up to the point. But the battery life is actually a pressing issue. Well guys, if you are lucky enough to find a iPhone 10 with 90% or with 95% battery health, that will be way more appreciated, because see, 85% is actually kind of on the borderline. Well guys, if you find an iPhone 10 which is below 80%, then you definitely have to replace the entire battery. Well, there are three types of users. First is a light user, second is a medium user, and third is an extensive heavy user. Well guys, if you are a light user, or basically if you want to buy the iPhone 10 as a secondary device, then you're most welcome, because if you are talking about 2 to 3 hours of screen on time, it will easily handle 1 day of usage. But if you are in a middle usage section, or if you are an extreme user, then the iPhone 10 might not be that much of a good option. Well guys, see, if you care a lot about the battery life, you can go for the iPhone 10R, which is available around 35,000 rupees in the used market, and if not so, then you can go for the iPhone 10s or the 10s Max. But see, if you are an extreme heavy user, then the iPhone 10 is overall a good phone, but in terms of the battery, it will not please you. Well guys, see, like person to person, the definition of a rough user keeps on changing. So the person, or for me, a rough user is such a kind of person who uses their phone for like 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. But if you are kind of a person who only do all of the browsing, if you use all of the social media applications, and if you don't play any games, then this iPhone 10 might even be a good alternative. And see, like depending upon your battery health, the battery percentage or the battery backup will differ. So if you are buying a used iPhone, then make sure that you get the battery health minimum 85%. If you can go for 90% battery health, 95% battery health, then you're most welcome. And now let me give you a friendly advice from my side, because the majority amount of iPhone 10s that I have seen in the used market, there are two cases. First of all, you will get a A+ condition or literally brand new condition iPhone 10, but with it you will get less battery health. Well guys, you're talking about battery health above 80% or even above 75%. But on the other hand, if you want to buy an iPhone 10 with more than 90% battery health, then in majority amount of chances the overall condition is not that good. So if you prefer the condition over the battery health, then you have to replace the battery once you get it. Well guys, see, in India, if you want to replace the battery of the iPhone 10, then it is around 3 to 4,000 rupees, whereas in United States it is somewhere around 50 to 80 dollars. Well guys, if you go to a third party repair shop, he will definitely do it for way cheaper. But still, I will insist you to go to Apple certified repair shop, because there you can get the water adhesive gasket, because of which your iPhone can become water resistant. Well, now let me discuss regarding the practical point of view. Well guys, see, currently while recording this video, it is December of 2020. So already the iPhone 10 is 3 years old, and for more 2 years you will get the software support. So basically at iOS 16 or at iOS 17, this particular iPhone 10 will become non-functional. So if you are ready to buy this iPhone for roughly 2 years of usage, then you're most welcome. But other than that, if you can go towards the iPhone XR, the iPhone XS or the XS Max, that will be very much appreciated. Because see guys, with the iPhone 10, it will not be that big of an upgrade, because I have personally seen the iPhone 10 and I'm personally using the iPhone XS, and I can notice the significant difference. Well, there is actually a drastic difference in the camera quality, and also the overall build quality is pretty good, and the gold color with the iPhone XS is right on point. Well guys, with this video I'm not confusing you. Well, if you have already made your decision to buy the iPhone 10, then you can go for it. But see, for a long-term usage, the iPhone XS or any phone with more than Apple's A12 chipset is most welcome. And see, if you buy an iPhone with a lower battery health and after a couple of weeks or after a couple of months you notice that the battery life is not that good, then you can buy a battery cover. Well guys, most of the Android users are having no idea about like this kind of accessories. Well guys, from the iPhone 4 onwards, there are many companies which make battery cases. So basically you're talking about a power bank in a format of a cover. So with that kind of cover, you can get 4 to 5 days of battery backup, because my uncle is having a battery case on his iPhone 8, and literally guys, after 4 days, once he charges his iPhone. So basically, if you find any issues with the battery life, then you can go for the battery case. On eBay, it is available for $50 to $60, and I think it is a very nice option. Well, now let me come to my bottom conclusion. Well guys, see, if you want to buy your first iPhone, or basically if you want to experience the iOS for the first time, then the iPhone 10 is I think the best entry point. And other than that, if you are planning to buy this iPhone just for the Apple logo or just for the fact to buy a iPhone, then I will recommend you that if possible, go for the iPhone XR or the iPhone XS. But overall, if your main priority is related to gaming, then I will not at all recommend you to buy the iPhone 10. But still, in 2020, for below 25,000 rupees or below $300, the iPhone 10 is a very capable smartphone. And see guys, if you can get it like below 25,000 or even 20,000, then you can go for it. Well guys, a typical good condition iPhone 10 in 64GB is for 25,000 rupees. So definitely, if you are planning to buy a used iPhone, then be in this kind of budget. So guys, overall, I will definitely prefer the iPhone 10 rather than any of the mid-range phones. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this quick video, and guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because it motivates me a lot to make more of this kind of videos. So I will meet you with another beautiful video. Until then, peace.